LeBron James is bound to retire any day now. So the goal of today's video is simple. We're going to be trying to add one more championship to his resume, which will actually be a little bit easier said than done. Because outside of Luka Doncic and maybe Austin Reeves, the rest of this team is just not that good to contend for a ring. So the idea is we'll trade away the Lakers' future so that we can win a ring for LeBron now. But there's a big problem here as well. I can't trade any of our picks because the Lakers already traded away their whole future. So if we're going to build a winning roster around LeBron within this season or probably next season before he retires, we're about to have to trade some of these players and upgrade this team into a spot where that they could somehow try to win a championship. And the first guy I'm looking to move is Dalton Connect, because while I think he has a lot of potential and can be very good one day, for right now, he's not good enough to make an impact for us to win a championship, but he has some value. So if I can find a decent move that gets us a better veteran for a team that wants a little bit younger Dalton Connect, I'll absolutely take that trade, because again, who cares about the Lakers' future 5 years from now? We're trying to get King James a ring. And I found the perfect deal. I wasn't initially expecting to move Austin Reeves just yet. I was going to search for some possible trades for him, but it wasn't my plan to jump headfirst with the Austin Reeves move. But to land Amen Thompson, I think it is a no-brainer. Dalton Connect is not going to be getting a ton of minutes for me anyway. Reeves would have been playing a lot, but Amen Thompson, that is a huge upgrade. He's going to solidify our defense. We are taking this deal. And the next player that seems like a no-brainer to move is Jake LaRavia. I'm not sure he's ever going to touch the floor for me right now. And I do really like this deal for Lonzo Ball. There's also one for Jose Alvarado. But Lonzo has a one-year contract. So if it's not working out, that's going to free up $10 million in cap space for us. And we're going to get a pick out of it. So I love this deal. And after that deal is done, our lineup is looking a lot better. Doncic, Amen Thompson, which is insane. We got LeBron James, Rui, Ayton. I'm still considering trading Ayton. I feel like having Marcus Smart and Lonzo is kind of redundant. So I might try to package Ayton and Smart together, maybe for a center upgrade. But before we commit to any more trades, I do actually want to give these guys a chance to run it together. I like the roster. I want to see how well they could perform. We're going to simulate closer to the trade deadline, see if we're winning games, see if we're losing games. If we're losing a lot, we can make more trades. If we're winning, maybe we run with this roster into the postseason and see what we can do. So far, it's kind of shaky. 6-5, nothing too impressive. I'm going to give them a couple months to mesh. Their chemistry's still low. Maybe they get it figured out. And honestly, after a kind of slow start, I can't complain about what the Lakers are at right now. They're the second seed, 3 ahead of the third seed, only 3 behind the first seed Mavericks, who are overpowered in these simulations. So I'm really liking where we're at, but honestly, I do think we can get a little bit better. I'm going to entertain some trades. I don't know for sure if we'll make any, but if I see something that could put us in a better chance to compete for a ring, I'm going to take it. And the one player that would be honestly a dream signing would be Bam Adebayo. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off, but we're going to try to offer him Rui, Gabe Vincent, and the only 2 draft picks that I have available to trade for Bam. In real life, Miami's stingy. Maybe they're idiots on the game. Let's give it a try. They agreed! I can't believe it. I did not expect Miami to take that. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, we have turned this team from mediocre to a legit threat. And I haven't even moved DeAndre Ayton yet. And honestly, I could play Bam at the 4. I could put Bam at the 4 and play Ayton at the 5 if I want. But I'm going to shop Ayton. We might still keep Bam at the 4, get another center. I might put Bam at the 5 and get a power 4. We have so many opportunities right now. I really did not think Miami would do that. And I am going to take this trade, and it's not game-changing or anything. It's not going to break the internet, but I like the idea of getting Mitchell Robinson. He's a big upgrade over these 2 trash cans right here, and it gives me some flexibility to maybe move Clint or DeAndre Ayton, because I think Mitchell Robinson is a pretty serviceable big. And it absolutely did open things up, because I found a trade that I like a lot. You guys are going to have to let me know if you agree. Hear me out, though. This is doing multiple things for us. We get rid of Clint and Marcus Smart's long-term contracts, open up cap space for next year's free agency. If we don't win a ring this year, we get a pick out of it. And while I don't necessarily love Jaden Ivey as a pickup, I think he's going to be an improvement over these guys. Marcus Smart's redundant with Lonzo Ball. Clint is not going to get more minutes than DeAndre Ayton and Mitchell Robinson and Bam Adebayo in the front court. So I like this deal. We get a pick that we could trade for something else, because I don't care about the Lakers' future, and Jaden Ivey. So now this is our finalized rotation heading into the playoffs, because I couldn't find any other trades that I liked, but I really do like our lineup. Doncic, Amen Thompson, LeBron James, Bam Adebayo, and DeAndre Ayton. I could even switch things up and go a little small, put Bam at the 5, move LeBron up to the 4, maybe put Thompson up to the 3, Ivy at the 2. That's a possibility. Or I can even bring Vanderbilt down to the 3. I have some options, man. I really do have a lot of different things we could do with the team. Mitchell Robinson, a good backup big. Lonzo Ball. I'm loving this. It still stands though to see, are we going to be able to make it to the NBA Finals? And I will say, if the standings indicate anything, the first seed, we did it. We passed up the Mavericks, who again are super overpowered in these simulations. I'm feeling like the best GM of all time right now. LeBron needs to get me into that front office. I will save the back end of his career. But it may not just be me saving LeBron and getting him more rings in his legacy, because Luka Doncic, his teammate, is the MVP. 29.7 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 9.7 assists. Fantastic season from Luka. And this is actually my personal pick for the MVP in real life this season. Let me know yours in the comments. I think after that trade with the Mavericks, he has a lot to prove. A lot of revenge coming out. I think he should have had one by now. Anyway, to be honest, it's been between him and Jokic for a while. SGA last year, really good. But yeah, definitely deserved this. Rookie of the year, I don't think anyone's surprised. That goes to Cooper Flagg. The 6th man of the year is Malik Monk. This is a guy I would love to get on our team. Defensive player of the year, Victor, as you would expect. And then the most improved already looked. It is Mattis Buzelis. As a Bulls fan, beautiful to see. I think that this is going to happen in real life too. Most improved player. Mark it down right now. Y'all are hearing it first. Mattis MIP. And here's the stats for the rest of the team if you're interested. LeBron with 24.2, 5.3, 7.2 at 41 years old. You can't ask for much more out of a 41-year-old man. Bam Adebayo was a massive pickup. 20, 10, and 6. Getting over a block a game, a steal and a half a game. He has been huge for us, anchoring down our defense, giving us some offense. And even Jaden Ivey has been playing well. I wasn't sure about this pickup, but he's playing pretty great. Not the best shooter out there, but solid pickup overall. And then Amen Thompson. I still cannot believe that we got this guy. No shot that deal would ever happen in real life. Just no way at all. But hey, I'm going to take it. I can only take the trades that are in front of me that 2K presents. And our round 1 matchup is against the Phoenix Suns, who are the 8th seed with Devin Booker and Jalen Green. It'll be interesting to see how they do after the KD trade. But as for this sim, I have a hunch that it's going to be very easy for us to defeat them. And it was not easy at all. We went to a game 7. I don't even know how we got to this point, but in game 7, LeBron almost shot perfect from the field. 8 for 9, 21 points. Luka with 30 as the MVP. I can't believe this was close. And as we go up against the Timberwolves in round 2, we cannot afford any lapses and play like that again, because they will make us pay. This is, of course, the team that bounced the Lakers from the playoffs just a season ago. Anthony Edwards is the biggest issue, but I think with Amen Thompson, hopefully we could slow him down some. We're going to go ahead and simulate game 1, see what Amen's able to do. We do take the first game. I meant to click view box score. I accidentally clicked play game, and LeBron with 43. This is insane from this man. What is he in his 23rd year? Crazy, 43 points. But what I really wanted to see was, I did want to see how many Anthony Edwards had. 32. But 10 for 22 from the field. Amen's doing his job. Let's go ahead and simulate game 2. See if we can take a 2-0 lead. And we do. And on the other end is the Kings and the Clippers. The Mavericks lost in round 1. So if we win this round, go on to the conference finals. If we play the Kings, this should be a free trip to the NBA Finals already. Let's go ahead and simulate game 3 of the Wolves and the Lakers. They do finally take one. We'll go ahead and simulate game 4. We're up 3-1. We're in very good position, and I think we're about to bounce the Timberwolves from the playoffs. They're fighting back, but surely it doesn't go to a set. It goes to game 7. And these last 2 games that they pulled out were both close. Game 5, they won by 2, and then in game 6, they only won by 4. So it was 2 really close games. LeBron with 31. We need more out of the MVP Luka Doncic. And before we simcast game 7, I just want to note that the Kings, the 7th-seeded Kings, did defeat the Clippers. And then over here in the East is the 3rd-seeded Pistons and the 5th-seeded Raptors in the conference finals. Whoever wins this Lakers-Wolves game 7 has like the freest ticket to a Larry O'Brien, probably of all time. So with that said, we are going to make some tweaks here. We are going to drop our bench depth to 6. We're really going to rely on our starters here. we're going to play them heavy minutes. 40 minutes for King James, 43 for Luka. This is a must-win game. We can rest next round against the 7th-seeded Kings. We have to win this game 7. Of course, a game this big, we're going to go ahead and simcast. This is probably the biggest game of the whole playoffs. And in the first, we're off to an early lead. Hopefully, our starters don't start to get tired. That could hurt us in the second half. So far, so good. We're up by 9 late in the fourth. The Wolves are sticking around. It's only a couple possession game here, but we have the edge. We've had the lead the entire game, up by 3 with 57 seconds. It looks like they might be at the free throw line. They take the lead. We're going to jump in. It may have honestly been a mistake to play the starters this many minutes. They might be tired here late in this game, especially. What is that, LeBron? That is an unbelievable shot attempt. That is crazy. The spin move from Anthony Edwards, his lay is off. After a crazy shot from the Lakers, they catch a break, and Anthony Edwards hoists a bad layup. Luka Doncic with the ball now. I thought they were going to LeBron. They find Ayton, DeAndre Ayton. We almost traded that man. He gives us the lead in game 7, up by 1 in LA. Anthony Edwards, you have to get a stop. Where's Amen? Amen Thompson is supposed to be guarding him. 5 seconds left. Ant-Man is going for the win. Ant-Man too strong. It's off. It's off. It's off. The Lakers advance. The Lakers advance. Anthony Edwards whiffs the easy open layup. Wow. I actually cannot believe the finish of that game. The worst shot I've ever seen from LeBron. Anthony Edwards misses a layup. We come down. DeAndre Ayton scores. I almost traded that guy. I was so close to getting rid of him, and he came up in a game 7. Probably one of the biggest shots the Lakers have had in years, probably since Kobe. And then an Ant-Man misses a wide open layup after throwing his defender out the way. 36 points for LeBron James, 29 for Luka. Bam Adebayo with the double-double, 17 and 14. Really terrible game. I mean, 5 for 17. He almost sold us the game. But DeAndre Ayton with the biggest shot of the year. I don't know why Amen Thompson was not in the game. He wasn't fouled out. Somehow we survived. If you want to see the Timberwolves stats here, they are Anthony Edwards with 42, but 14 for 33 from the field. So, I mean, he had a lot of points, but he took a lot of shots, which means we're now facing the Sacramento Kings team. And there is just, I refuse to believe we lose to this team. There's just no way that this team is able to defeat us. I can't even fathom that happening. But knowing the 2K AI, anything's possible. I guess they have Al Horford. Hopefully he's not the difference maker. Nonetheless, game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. We take game 1 in LA. They take game 2. This should not be a close series. It really shouldn't. 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. I can't afford another game 7. My heart can't take it. Thank you. We advance to the finals. And the regular season MVP, Luka Doncic, is the conference finals MVP. Over in the East, it's Cade Cunningham. And the Pistons, they're primed for a big year. I really like Cade Cunningham's game. I don't think they're making it to the finals, but I do really like this team. So this is our opponent for LeBron to have a chance to win ring number 5, his 5th ring. And then he's playing at least one more year because I can override a retirement. He could have a chance to get 6. He could tie Mike, which I think if that happens, undisputed GOAT. I don't think anyone can argue against it at that point. This should be a very easy finals. This is probably the easiest finals LeBron's had in his literally entire career. Although we did just go to 6 versus the Kings. So we have to still simulate the games. You have to win the games. It's not a freebie. We take game 1. Game 2 we take. This should be a sweep. Game 3 we take, and we are preparing for a sweep of the Pistons. The only way to do this game 4 is to hop into a simcast. This is like a throwback to the 80s. Pistons versus Lakers in the NBA Finals. They get the lead here late in the 4th. And they are going to win this one, but no way that this team blows a 3-0 advantage. And before we go to game 5, I want to look at LeBron's stats again because another 40-point game at 41 years old. Luka and Bam both with triple-doubles. Has that ever happened for 2 teammates in a finals game? I'm not sure. Game 5 ended up being a blowout, which means the Los Angeles Lakers, in just one season, we have rebuilt them into NBA champions for the first time since 2020. But more importantly, LeBron James is now winning his 5th ring of his career. His 5th ring of his career, which means we're going to have to start having some conversations. His 2nd as a member of the Lakers. Where does he stand all time on the Lakers? 5 overall. Is that enough to push him undisputed over Mike? Is there a discussion anymore? Is there any more discussion? And if he gets one more, he has at least one more season before he retires. If we get him one more to 6, what does that do for his legacy? Does that make him, like, without a doubt, the greatest of all time? You guys are gonna have to let me know. And as the Lakers celebrate here, we're about to go into this next season and see if we can get him a 6th ring. But of course, before we do that, I gotta show you guys the stats. I almost forgot. Luka Doncic, Finals MVP. So LeBron, I think the first time in his career he didn't get the Finals MVP when he won the Finals. That does go to Luka Doncic, who was averaging 34, 9, and 11. Definitely deserved it. But as for LeBron and the rest of the team, very good. I mean, we had 13 from Amen, 14 from DeAndre, 18 from Bam, 19 from Ivy, and then the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room, 41 years old, putting up 33 points per game in the NBA Finals on 66% from the field, 8 assists a game. I mean, wow. What more can you say about this other than wow? At 41 years old. And with that, LeBron says he's done playing basketball. But I say, no, you're not. He's playing one more season. So for our player options, we're, of course, going to take Amen Thompson's option. DeAndre Ayton declines his, so he's a free agent. We might lose DeAndre. And then the real question is, do we bring Lonzo back? For 10 mil, I feel like that's a good piece. I really do, man. And to keep part of the core together, a defensive core, Lonzo Ball and Amen Thompson, that's pretty scary. For 10 million, I think we're going to keep him. And as we go into free agency, of course, my number one priority is bringing LeBron James back to the Lakers. But if he does change teams, we're going to follow him and try to win him a ring on whatever team he goes to. But if I could keep him on the Lakers, I would love to. I'm going to see if I could drop his salary a little bit, free up some cap space to try to win another championship. Hopefully that doesn't affect his desire to sign with me. Let's go to 44.5. If I add years, he gets upset. We'll do a no trade clause. That should make him a little happier. Let's see if he'll accept that. And you honestly cannot make this up. LeBron James decided to sign with the Chicago Bulls. A lot to unpack here. I'm a Bulls fan. Honestly, if this happened in real life, I don't know if I'd be happy or upset. A 42-year-old LeBron signing for like $50 million, taking up all our cap space. At the same time, though, could he make us contenders? But more importantly for the sim, what does that mean? If he wins ring 6 in Chicago to match Mike on his own floor, on Mike's floor, after the Bulls haven't even sniffed the finals since he left, LeBron brings him back to the glory days. That could be something. And everything I just said was actually a big waste, it appears, because it says he signed with the Bulls, but it doesn't look like the Bulls signed with him. He agreed to sign with him, but they didn't want him. He's a free agent again. So we're going to offer him some more money, try to keep him here in LA, and see if he'll take this. All right, so he did end up taking the deal. We did retain LeBron James, probably a bit of an overpay for as old as he is. So this is how our roster looks right now. And as you can see, I definitely need to add some pieces because we barely have any players. The best center we can even offer money to is Andre Drummond. We're going to offer him a minimum. Bogdan Bogdanovic, I do like as a backup 2 guard. I would love to get Tim Hardaway, but he wants too much money. So I think we're going to get Bogdan. He's a fantastic shooter. He'll fit in, space the floor a little bit, which is essentially the exact same concept as Kevin Huerter. Not a great defender, but he could definitely space the floor. He wants quite a bit of money. We'll see if he takes this. I'm not going to offer him much more than that. So we did actually end up signing quite a few players, which we had to. I didn't really have anyone on the roster. We got guys like Gary Payton, Grayson Allen, Kelly Olynyk, who's going to play backup big, Aaron Wiggins, Harrison Barnes, and then I showed you guys these last couple of fellas. I don't know if this is going to be good enough because after player progressions and regressions, LeBron's down to a 90. Amen didn't go up as much as I would have liked, and some of the guys we signed went down a little bit. Honestly, I kind of wish he did go to Chicago. It probably would have been easier to build a contender. I could have traded away all their picks, traded away their future to get LeBron his 6th ring. We're definitely going to have our hands full trying to improve this group to go back to back. I even considered looking at Amen Thompson trades. I didn't include Bam. He just happens to be on this one. And there's some interesting ones like getting Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I could have a really strong front court to pair with LeBron and Luka. That could maybe be interesting. But I don't think trading Amen is the answer. He's going to be one of our better players in our team. It would be nice if he could shoot. I don't really see a lot of other opportunities of guys to trade to try to improve our group. Bam for Joel Embiid is arguably an upgrade if Joel could stay healthy. He's the better player for sure. I could even take a downgrade at point guard, go with LaMelo Ball, and trade Luka, see if I can get a star big for Luka, which, believe it or not, I'm actually contemplating doing. We might simulate the season and see what happens, see where our standings are. But this might be the move. Trade Luka for Evan Mobley and Allen, and then trade Bam for LaMelo Ball. That could be interesting. LaMelo with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen could be pretty scary. And I don't exactly love the idea of trading the MVP, but I also don't love where we're at in the standings. Yes, we're the 4th seed. We're right in the mix, only 2 behind the 1st seed. But I just don't feel like this team is dominant enough where if we go into the postseason, we're like favorites to win it. I don't feel confident enough, but at the same time, I'm not sure if making the trade will actually make us any better. Oh, this is a tough one. So I am gonna keep Luka, but I think we're gonna try to make something happen here with Joel Embiid. I don't know if this is a great decision. I truly don't. This gives us more size. I think Embiid's better overall as long as he's healthy. They're the same overall. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Is this a mistake? Should I have just traded Luka? Is this a bad road going with Joel? I also get an upgrade here at point guard with Tyus Jones. I think I'm gonna just take my chances on this. But actually, no, we're not, because I did a little more search and I added this pick that I forgot we got from the Pistons. I can get Scotty Barnes and Jakob Poeltl, which I think I like better than the Embiid. But even more, I think I really like this deal from the Hawks. Our defense may be questionable. If I'm gonna put Trae Young at the 1, I'm thinking a man at the 2, Luka at the 3, and LeBron at the 4, and then Okongwu will play center. I think that is an upgrade over just Bam. It might be a mistake. It gives us more firepower. I think it's a risk that I'm going to take to try to push us over the hump. And then we're going to pull the trigger on one last trade too. I know there's trades all over the place. This is the last one we're making. We're bringing Mitchell Robinson back. So we're going to have a center on the bench to help us out a little bit. So now this is our new look starting lineup. Trae Young, Amen Thompson, Luka, LeBron James, and Okongwu. Defense may be a little questionable. Adding Trae Young to the mix, but I'm hoping that Amen Thompson can make up for all of it. One of the best defenders in the league. I'm praying that he's enough to get it done. You guys are going to have to let me know in comments if I made some mistakes here. Was this some bad decisions? Here's our bench. We're not going to play much more than an 8-man lineup. Lonzo Ball, Mitchell Robinson, Vanderbilt in our backup rotation. And I'm not sure if it paid off or not. End of the season, 60-22. Still a good year, don't get me wrong. We were the 1st seed for a while. The Wolves took it at the very end of the season, tied with the Dallas Mavericks. It's probably good that I kept Luka Doncic. He's the MVP again, 38-9. I don't even know why I considered trading him. That must have been what the Dallas Mavericks GM was going through. Nico Harrison, he was thinking what I was thinking. I don't know. Rookie of the year is Cameron Boozer instead of AJ Daban, so that's surprising. And another Bulls appearance for the 6th man of the year. I mean, it is great to see some Bulls players winning something. Defensive player of the year, we all knew it was going to go to Wemby, to probably will for the next 2 decades. And Scoot Henderson, most improved, finally playing well, finally living up to the hype that some were saying he should be drafted over Wemby. Here's our team stats, most notably, of course, LeBron at age 42. Unbelievable. Still almost averaging 22 points a game. 21.7, 4.3, 5.9. Him sticking it out to play another year in the NBA is probably taking a toll on his averages slightly. But nonetheless, we're going to try to win him a ring, so that'll weigh itself out. And round 1 is against the Warriors, so we get one final LeBron James versus Steph Curry matchup. But it's going to be very short-lived as they beat them in only 5 games, advance to play the Dallas Mavericks. Well, of course, we did tie within the regular season standings. They still have Kyrie, Anthony Davis, Cooper Flag, who's developing quickly. This team is really broken in these simulations. This is going to be a really tough matchup to try to come out and win. Either way, though, you got to play the team that's in front of you. So let's go ahead and simulate game 1 against the Mavericks. Take a 1-0 lead. They tie right back up. I'm not surprised in the least. We take the lead again. I don't think we've trailed in a series at all yet in this entire video. I may have just jinxed us as we get it tied up 2-2. Let me find the Mavericks take game 5 here. Didn't jinx us just yet. We go up 3-2. Is it going to be a game 7? It's not. We advance. And we rematch against the Timberwolves, who we're starting to have a bit of a rivalry with. They bounced us 2 years ago. Last year, we beat them in 7. This year, they're the 1st seed. We're the 2nd seed. Let's see who wins the East. Is going to be between the Knicks and the Cavs. So if the Lakers can make it versus the Cavs, LeBron could send off his original team. And genuinely, outside of Anthony Edwards, this Timberwolves team is not that good. Rudy Gobert starting to regress really quick. Naz Reid has kind of plateaued at an 80. And outside of Ant-Man, they got some okay pieces, but they should not be able to beat our group. I really don't think they should. And after playing 2 games on the road, coming home to LA, they are up 3-0 in the Western Conference Finals. And as long as they don't blow a 3-0 lead, which has never happened in NBA history, we're heading back to another NBA Finals with LeBron. Minnesota wins 1. They win 2. Okay, I thought they were about to win 3. We advance. Luka Doncic, Conference Finals MVP. And that last matchup is going to be against the Cavs, which makes this like the perfect send-off for LeBron James. Back where it all started. The team that drafted him, he's now facing them in the finals, trying to win ring number 6. The guy whose shadow he was up against when he first joined the league. Michael Jordan, the comparisons, the GOAT conversations. It all culminates in this. Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell looking for his first ring. They have Evan Mobley, who I considered trading for. Darius Garland and Jared Allen. Pretty much the same lineup that we know them to have right now, except they added Tobias Harris. Let's get right into it. They are the 6th seed. We get a little bit of a break here. Game 1 goes to LA. Game 2 goes to LA. I thought we were about to win game 3. I was about to say I'm the greatest GM of all time. We're up 3-1 though. I still may be the greatest GM of all time. We're gonna hop into the Simcast and see if we can send LeBron off in LA. You know, I wouldn't even be mad if he loses here and goes to Cleveland and wins in Cleveland, but he has a chance to win it in LA. Ring number 6. Put up another banner for the Lakers. This would be his 3rd ring with LA with a double-digit lead with 2 minutes left in the game. It looks like he's gonna do it. And just like that, it looks like the Bam Adebayo for Trae Young trade. It pays dividends. We made it all the way to the pinnacle again. Got a little lucky with our Eastern Conference matchup for the finals. 6th seed, and last year was like the 3rd seed. We'll take it though. A ring is a ring. Luka Finals MVP again, but for LeBron, more importantly, ring number 6. And in his last finals of his career, LeBron with 24 points per game. Trae Young, that was a great pickup, man. 31 points per game. I don't know if we could have did it without him. I don't think Bam was going to make this much production. Would have been better on defense, but I think this offense made up for that. Great trade. Any of you that said it was a bad trade in the comments before we got this point, don't delete your comment now. I already saw it. Don't delete it now. I promise I already saw it. LeBron, 24 points, though, in his last finals. 24, 6, and 7 to close out his career. And as he does officially retire at the age of 42, of course, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. 1,726 games played for his career, including these years we just said him. 26.6 points per game, 7.3 boards, 7.3 assists, a steal and a half, just shy of a block a game. 4 MVPs in his career, 23-time All-Star. Oh my goodness. And 6 NBA championships. Does this make him the GOAT? You guys are going to have to let me know. 4 Finals MVP. He does have 2 less of those than Mike. He does have 2 less of those. And quite a couple of losses, but with everything else he's done in his career, all those other accomplishments, 3-1 comeback, most points all time, the longevity, I think he's got a really strong case. Winning the 6 at 4, I think you can make the debate. Getting number 6, I don't know. Hey, tag LeBron in this video. Send it to him. If anyone knows LeBron personally, if like Bronny is watching this or something, let your dad know. They need to hire me over in LA. I'll get him 2 more rings. I mean, look at this. This was easy. This was easy. I don't even do a lot of 2K Sims. We're just getting started with this stuff. I'm a natural. Hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like. Check out this other video next.